we come here and just trying to take off. And there was nothing. It didn't catch at all. Am I selling it? Hey everybody, Dirt Dad here. I know it's a little early for me to give an update, but I've had some discoveries. You can see I only have a few hundred miles more than the last time I did the initial impression videos, but I've learned a few things that have been really instrumental in using the DCT. And I thought if anybody is doing what I did and watching a lot of videos trying to figure out if they want to buy a DCT, yes, my initial impressions were 100% sincere. And quite honestly, I don't know that I'll ever put it back in tour mode. I see a lot of the videos show people riding in tour mode. Total dog. But I've had some previous DCT owners give me some advice, and it's really helped a lot as far as tour mode. And so I wanted to get that out there so that you're not just left with my initial impression, but some of the things I've learned, which is tour mode is useful, which really shocked me. What somebody told me was if I was in fourth gear doing 17 miles an hour, then I was riding very gently. And that's true because when that happened, I was behind a car at a red light, and all the cars were turning left, and it was very gentle. By 17 miles an hour, it was in fourth gear, which really turned me off. Somebody told me tour mode doesn't have to be slow. I pulled out yesterday in front of a line of traffic, and I thought I was in sport mode, and I wasn't. I was in tour mode because I just started the bike and I didn't switch it over. And normally that would be a bad thing. But what I've learned is it doesn't have to be a bad thing. So if we come here and just trying to take off, tour mode can go too. And that's something I didn't realize. Certainly on the highway, tour mode makes everything better as far as the suspension. Yesterday when I took off, I realized I've got to get going in front of this line of cars, and it just went, and then I looked down and I saw, oh crap, I'm in tour, and oh wait, it just did it. If you push it, it doesn't short shift on you. If you don't push it, it definitely does. So this is tour mode, and it's very respectable. So I was talking down about tour mode because my initial impression was so negative, but it's not as bad as I expected, so I didn't want to leave that impression out there. Another thing I wanted to update, as you saw in the part 2 video of initial impressions, I did a nice screw up and took off with the parking brake on. Fortunately, I don't see a trail of smoke behind me, so I don't think the bike's on fire. Went to a parking lot yesterday that had a decent slant to it. Put the parking brake on, and there was nothing. It didn't catch at all. I had to move the bike because it was just going to roll away. I'm going to blame myself because of taking off with the parking brake on. I did watch a couple of videos about how you adjust it, so I got down there this morning, made some adjustments. It did work. I now have parking brake again. But by having no parking brake earlier, I realized, okay, this could happen at any time. So I decided to take a cable tie. And I've used this on ferries. They want you to lock your brakes, which you don't really have on a standard shift bike. I'll take a cable tie, some kind of strap that I can secure, and I'll put it around the front brake. So that way, if I end up screwing up the emergency brake, or if it just gets loose over time the way people are describing, I'll have a backup. So I'm going to keep that in the glove box up here. So now I have a cable tie for the front brake, and I have my red ribbon for telling me I've done it. And then one last thing, am I selling it? A lot of people heard what I said in the first video as far as I've been known to sell bikes, and I've had several people in the comments here on YouTube offer to buy it if I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to tell you up front, not going to get rid of it. it's working out to be a very enjoyable bike, and I do expect to keep it. But yes, I have a history. I bought a Suzuki one time on Saturday and traded it in the following Thursday at a different dealership. I once bought an FJR on eBay and drove from Virginia to Michigan to pick it up. That bike was for sale 3 weeks later. My wife, she had an XT225 that I think we had that one a month. So yes, I do have a history of doing that, but sorry to disappoint anybody that's hoping I'm going to get rid of this and sell it cheap. It's going to be around for a while, so thanks for the offer, but won't be getting rid of it for a while. I'm heading out tonight. I don't normally ride at night. I'm somebody I've ridden from Virginia to Newfoundland. I've ridden from Virginia to the Arctic Circle. I've done a lot of riding. I don't ride at night. I probably have less than 5 hours of my life riding at night. It's actually a little bit of an intimidating thing just because I don't do it. All right, well, I've been riding back and forth in the dark here and just getting the feel for it. It's weird to think I've been riding so long and the dark is such a foreign thing to me on a bike.